Hello students. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Module 4. Now in Module 4, if you remember the big picture, we're now going to talk about certain types of data. In Module 4, we'll see how we look at quantitative data. Now the word quantitative just means numeric data, so data that is more numbers. Remember, we're asking a question in statistics. The answer we get back is either a numeric answer, which we call quantitative, or it's not numeric, it's more of a category that you choose. So let me give you a quick example. If I ask how old you are, and you give me back a number answer, then that number would tell us that we're getting quantitative data. But if I ask how old you are, and I give you 4 different boxes to check, under 25, right? 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and over 75. If you think about those boxes, you have to choose a box, and I don't actually get back your number. So that would be categorical data. And we'll see categorical data coming in Module 8 when we talk about relationships with categorical data. So some of the tools that we have for this course to analyze data, there are 2 tools, so right up here on my top bar. One of them is called the Web Apps, and this is from a website called the Art of Stat, or the Art of Statistics. And you'll notice right here at the top we have how to explore categorical data and how to explore quantitative data. The other tool that I've provided is RStudio. And in RStudio, what we'll get to see here is a way of using a really advanced statistical software package that you could use later to handle very large data sets. What's nice about RStudio Cloud is it's free up to a certain limit, but what's really nice about it is it can handle massive data packages, and you can actually save your information and your data sets in the cloud. Now, if you're using the web apps, which again, some of you might prefer, they're a little bit more visual and oftentimes a bit more intuitive, what you're going to notice is that the web apps don't let you keep things for very long. As a matter of fact, if you don't make contact with the website, it'll actually log you out and delete whatever data you've put in. So you do have to be very proactive if you're going to be using the web apps, but they're oftentimes, for most students, really nice to see things quickly. So let's go ahead and do just a little bit with this today. Again, in the modules, Module 4, we're talking about Dotplots and histograms. And so as you take a look, there's even an activity down the road that asks you to create your own histogram. So I thought it might be good to kind of mention how we can do that using both of these tools. In the web apps, again, what you would have to do is you would select what you're going to be analyzing. And so here, if I was analyzing quantitative data, I would click on the quantitative data piece. Up near the top, I see single group or several groups. For this example, we're just going to be doing a single group. I can click on your own, which means I enter my own data, and I have the ability to just copy and paste the data in here. Okay. So in this Module 4 histogram lab, which is number 19 of 22, if you take a look, there's a data file. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on that, and then we're going to download that data file. If you get this box, go ahead and just click the X, and then it should already be downloading. And for me, I have Excel, so it will open in Excel. Okay. What I need to do is I just need to get that data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the data with my cursor. I'm going to click Control-C on my computer because it's a PC. If you have a Mac, then you would do, I believe, Command-C to copy. And then I'm going to jump back over here to the web apps and to the exploratory quantitative variable. So I'm going to now click Control-V, and I will paste those data values in here. And what you'll see on top is a histogram. A histogram takes your data values and groups them into chunks, if you will. Okay. Right below it, there's a box plot, which includes things like quartiles and median and maximums. We're not there yet. Okay, we will get to there shortly, but for right now, I'm just going to go over to the side and turn off the box plot. Now, if you want to, you can actually turn on a dot plot, and it will plot all of the individual data values, which, again, there's pros and cons. You can adjust the bin width, which is how wide I want my bins to be, and what you'll notice very shortly is that you get basically, if the bins are really small, you basically get your dot plot. Unfortunately, when you do that, it makes it harder to see patterns. So here I've adjusted the bin width to 4. So that means I'm taking groups of 4 here, and on the bottom I can see it's from 30 to 33. So age 30 to age 33, 34 to 37, 38 to 41, and so on. So I can very quickly see all of those. There's also a really nice feature in the top here that allows me to take a picture of this and then upload that as a PNG file. So when I ask you to upload your histogram, that's a quick way to do it. So this shows how to make a histogram quickly, how to kind of be able to say, look, most of the people who win the Academy Award are in this lower region, and then there's kind of maybe, even though we don't quite have a definition for it yet, maybe we have what might be considered an outlier here. Someone who has won the Academy Award who is quite a bit older than what we consider kind of the average or typical. Okay. So there we go for that. Again, on the left-hand side, you can select bin width for your dot plot if you prefer. You can also select dot size, so you could have smaller dots or larger dots. Remember, you're in charge, and the sliders are really pretty helpful here for most students. Okay, that's a quick way to make a histogram and a dot plot using the web apps. If we were going to use RStudio, it's a little bit more complicated. We would have our main program kind of open here, RStudio, and I've opened up my workspace. So when I do bring the file in, the first thing I do down here is I click on Files, and then I click on Upload. And you'll notice I already have a file in here called Actor. So, but that's what you do. Click Upload, select the file, and then upload it to the computer. So click Upload, choose the file from wherever your files are. So there's Actor 4. I don't need another Actor file. And then you would upload into your list of files. Now that just takes your file and puts it out in the cloud for you. But up here we also need to then import the data set. So you need to figure out in your file what's the important data. So click on Import Data Set from Excel, and then what you can do is you can browse and find your file. So here's my file, and if I click Open, I will see the data that is in that folder, or in this case in that Excel file. And there it is. There's all the data. Okay. Now let's take a look. Down over here, I would click Import. Because I already did import it, I'm not going to demonstrate that. And then right up here, you'd see all of your variables right there in Actor 2. To create a histogram, what you do is simply type HIST, and the program will prompt you. When it's a function, you use parentheses, and then you type in your data. So in this case, our data is in a data set. Our data set is called Actor, and it will come up and prompt you in case yours, like mine, is called Actor 2, and you simply click on it, choose the $, and then click the variable you want. In this case, there's only one variable. Click Age, and then most of the time you want to hit Enter because you think that's what's going to do it. In this program, what you have to do is put your cursor at the end and then choose Run. And what I can see here is I see a nice histogram in the lower right, and I can choose to export that as an image, and then I can upload that into Canvas. A couple other things you could do, and if you ever do get a little bit like, what's the code for this? All of the code that you need is going to be given to you in the directions that are in here. If you wanted to kind of say, I'm struggling with that, I have created on your home page a tech resources page and also an RStudio page. So click on RStudio if you are struggling, and what you'll see is if you're doing histograms, kind of a brief how do I do histograms if I want to adjust the bin width, or if I want to fix the number of boxes. Or later, if you're doing the one of the data sets where not every person responded to all the answers, you may need to exclude some data. And so the code is written here for you. Okay, so again, going back to RStudio Cloud, if we wanted to, we could take our histogram, we can type it in, hist. Again, all you have to do is type your first 3 letters and you can kind of get there quickly. Hit a $sign and there's my variable. And for this one, maybe I want breaks that are a little bit different. So you notice these are 30, 40, 50, 60. So maybe I want breaks equals 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and then we'll go 86. Okay. Again, when I'm ready, I click Run. And now I have a much different looking histogram than what I had before. Again, I can download this one and save it. Okay. So that's a quick update on how we can do things in Module 2. It allows us to visualize data more quickly. And so if you are looking at Module 2 with Dotplots and histograms, your goal is going to be to try to create these and to be able to analyze those. So I hope this short video gets you not just ready for this, but also shows you the resources in case you have any questions. All right, off you go.